I'm sorry. I can't stop the tears. I've tried to record this video over and over again and I still can't get through it. So the tears will just have to stay. What's going on, YouTube fam bam? It's That's the Hobo Travel Nurse, and I am back with another video. Y'all, I'm sorry. I can't stop the tears. I've tried to record this video over and over again and I still can't get through it. So the tears will just have to stay. God has given me a miracle today, and he blessed me with a $1,500 a week raise. And I'm just blown away because, you know, God told me to do something for someone else, and I always ask for confirmation. God always worked with me like this. And there was a time, there was this girl, this person I didn't even know. I was a new grad nurse. It was like 7 years ago, and God told me, I drove up to this Rite Aid, and God told me, give her $87. And I looked over and I was like, say what? $87? And he had always worked with me like that with my family or friends, people who know me, people that I know, and that I don't have to be fearful in approaching, you know. But this was the first time at that point that he had me do that with a stranger. And I remember I was terrified, and I asked for confirmation. I said, God, if this is truly of you, then this young lady will still be out here in her car when I come out of Rite Aid after I do what I need to do. And I'm not gonna lie, my first thought is, I got $87 in my hand and I got less than $150 in my account. What? This might be the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's what I initially thought, y'all. So I took my time in the store. I did. I took my time in the store. I was in that store for a while, y'all. I deliberately procrastinated and took my time in the store. But guess what? When I came out of that store, the girl was still there. The girl was still there. And I was like, oh my goodness. And what I needed in the store was not there. So guess what? I still had that $87. What I was looking for in the store was not there, y'all. And I still had that $87 on me. So when I came out, y'all, I was terrified. I looked at the girl and I said, excuse me, I mean you no harm, but, and she rolled the window down a little, she cracked it, and I said, listen, God just told me to give you this $87. And I gave it to her and I backed up, and she just bust out crying. And she started telling me all these things that was happening and how it was exactly what she needed. And I will never forget that day, ever. I will never forget it. And that taught me, and I always ask God for confirmation. I always ask God for confirmation when he tell me to do something and it has to do with giving somebody something. I always ask for confirmation. And so to present point, God told me to do something for this person, and this person is very resistant, and it's taking it wrong, and just very resistant. And I thought, well, maybe this is not what God want me to do. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. And so I started questioning it, and God told me, no, do what I told you to do. Don't listen to what this person is saying. Do what thus saith the Lord. Do what I said. And y'all, this is nothing. This is no small feat. I'm feeling that, at the time that God was telling me that, I was feeling that seed leaving my storehouse. But I was like, you know what? God will provide. And then the facility cut out all the overtime for the agency nurses. Cut all the overtime out. So now we're doing our 48 hours. That's it. No extra shifts, no nothing. And I was like, okay, God, okay, I'm going to do what you say. I'm not going to look in the natural. I'm going to do what you say and stay the course. You're telling me to do it. I'm going to do it. And then this morning, I talked to my recruiter. My recruiter tells me, hey, Des, I was able to get you a $1,500 raise. And this transpired. You're going to get $1,500 more a week. And this took place, you guys, because the way it works in the travel nurse world, you start a contract. Let's say in November, you start this contract. Well, December, the contract goes up anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a week, right? But you're locked in to that contract rate, that bill rate, because you started before everything got worse or whatever, before the new bill rate. So you're locked in, right? So that happened at the last 2 assignments that I was at. I didn't get no raise. I didn't get the hospital was like, nope. We're gonna adhere to her current bill rate in her current contract. And the way we find out is because the nurses talk to each other. The travel nurses, we talk to each other. So especially the Black nurses, we talk to each other. Hey, my agency is paying this. What's your agency paying? We talk to each other. So this nurse sent me a screenshot of what she's making with her agency. And that's how it all came about. And so I sent it to my recruiter. I've already done this a few times before. I wasn't expecting nothing. I'll just go to the next place and finish out my contract here, but I'm not going to extend. I will go somewhere else. Let's start looking around, woody woo woo. And then he calls me this morning and tell me, hey Des, I got it approved. You'll be making $1,500 more a week. Now, I'm still $500 below what the other travel nurses are making, but I'm not $2,000 behind them, and this has never happened. And that's how I know it's God. That's how I know it's because he told me to do this for this other person. And he's given me quadruple, okay? Over quadruple. It's outrageous. Like, he told me to do this, and then he gives me this in return. It's outrageous. outrageous. Like, I'm going to be taking home an additional $4,800 a month. And, you know, man, and all I can think is obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And I'm going to do what God said. I'm going to continue to do what God said. And that's what I'm going to do. But like, I always have a problem with this because people always take me wrong. When God tell me to do something, people always take me wrong. And they never see it for what it is. And God is still working on me with that, how I react to that. But I'm glad that I continue to obey God and ignore this person, what they were saying, because God told me to do it. God told me, and I'm glad I listened. And I always want to be obedient to God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And I don't usually talk about religion on my channel because clearly I'm not perfect, but quiet as it's kept, none of us are. Thank you. But even though some of us think we're perfect, but yeah, none of us are. Okay, none of us are. So, but I just wanted to share that. When God is telling you to do something, ask for a confirmation. And if that confirmation takes place and it's confirmed, then make sure you obey God. I'm just blown away. And the crazy part is I will be retro paid. So I get paid every week. So not this week because I just found out, but the week that I worked last week, so last Sunday up until Saturday, that last week that I worked, I will have the new rate. And I just can't believe it. Like, look at God. Like, I am so grateful. And I thank God. I thank God. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Des, the Hobo Travel Nurse, signing off. Bye, guys.